Okay, welcome back. Just wanted to talk about the Predator Badlands trailer that dropped today. Um, I had no idea about Killer of Killers or this Predator Badlands until quite recently. And, wasn't hyped, wasn't excited, wasn't like, oh, wow, can't wait for this. Especially after finding out it was made by the same guy that done Prey. And I'm pretty sure if you're familiar with my thoughts on Prey, then you're not going to be surprised to hear that I'm not that enthused for this Badlands. Looking at the trailer, I have to mention first that I wasn't even aware that the trailer dropped until I saw a review from Trash Picture Show. So I went and looked at the trailer, and first things, first impressions were it was very Star Wars looking. By that, I mean the landscapes, the speeder bike, and the laser swords. I mean, you can't get more, or laser whip, whatever it was. You can't get more Star Wars looking than that. And then we finally get to see a Predator in the Predator, a main role uh, of the film, because it seemed to be in Prey the Predator was like a secondary character. It was more about this young lady finding herself and being accepted by the tribe, uh, and the Predator has kind of like facilitated her being the tribal leader. Um, so in this film, we find, well, from what I've gathered from different sources and different people talking about this Badlands, we have one Predator who's like a young blood. He's like a he's 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 sort of, or a bad blood, I should say. He sort of goes against the clan. I don't know. It's a load of nonsense, to be honest. I don't even know why I'm wasting my breath talking about it. I mean, I know a lot of people love the Predator and they love the comics and all this sort of stuff, but for most people, it's just a bit of entertainment. And you know, if it's more like Star Wars, that's a bonus for them. Now Disney own the Alien and Predator franchises. It's just like more of the same, please. Give us more Star Wars. Give us more lightsabers. Give us more aliens. There's no edge to it. It's being sanitized. It's just being commercialized or franchised. It's just been, you know, there's so many similarities between, from what I can see in this trailer, you've got it's incorporating all these different elements like the Wayland Yutani, the synthetic eyes rolling back from Romulus and the android. You've got elements of Avatar with the flora and fauna being like colourful but deadly, like Prometheus, like Covenant. It's incorporating everything. It's kind of like a multiverse of shite. It really is. And then you get the Predator, who is this more CGI looking, which again, I mean, Stan Winston would be turning in his grave to see what they've done with his original Predator design. I don't think I've got any Predators around me at the moment. No, they're in different places. But, you know, even in Prey, it looked like a big glob of shit. It was terrible when it was covered in blood, and in Predators, the big massive um, predators in that were ugly as hell, and AVP Scar, they made him look weird. The first two Predators played by Kevin Peter Hall. The original design was the best. The second one was it was good until he took his mask off, and then it's gradually got worse and worse to now it's kind of like a Predator slash Avatar looking character. Uh, and getting back to Kevin Peter Hall, nobody knew who Kevin Peter Hall was when these films come out. It was Arnie was the selling point, and then Danny Glover in the second one. A lot of people hated Predator 2 and now suddenly love it. I think they love it because of what they've got, some after. It's just diluted and diluted and diluted. It's like, well, at least in Predator 2, it wasn't as good as Predator, but it was better than what we've got. Me personally, I love Predator 2, always have. I will never hear a bad word against it. Danny Glover, yeah, he wasn't Arnie. He wasn't as physically imposing, but he was good. He was good in the role, and he done the job. Now we get people like Amber Thunder, and we got this new guy who is a Tongan, I believe, or he was in a film called Red, White and Brass set in Tonga. I'm not sure if he's from New Zealand or Tonga or around those Polynesian islands, but his name is Demetrius Schuster Kola Matangi. And if you Google him and Google images of him, you can see the sort of aesthetic that they're going for in this film is more of a young, hip, wokey, pastel colours, pastel, outfit wearing, sandals, roll your sleeves up, ponytail, man bun kind of Predator. And I don't think that's the way we should be going with it. I think it should be more blood and guts and more I just think this is what we've got, and this is what it will only get worse. It'll only get worse. I don't think we're ever going to get back to the point with the original Predator. It's them times are gone. We're never going to get back to that. It's basically tying all these franchises together. Like we've got, as I say, Alien, Predator with the Wayland Yutani. We've got all this Ridley Scott and his black goo shit coming in. We've probably got Jurassic Park coming into this franchise with little teasers through skulls and other little skulls from Independence Day or War of the Worlds. It's just a load of nonsense. It really is. And the Killer trailer for that looks more interesting. It's more of an anthology with set over 3 different time periods. You got the samurai, you got the World War II, and you got something else, can't remember right now. But that would be more interesting if it had a bigger budget and maybe live action. This Badlands just looks like a CGI Star Wars knockoff. What do you call it? Multiverse, alternative verse, whatever. It is sad. It is sad because, the money that's spent on these things, it could be spent in better places. We've still got global problems and charities asking for money constantly. We've got wars going on, and all this money's being pumped into these films that are basically crap, brain rot. And most people would just be like, "Great, bring us more entertainment, bring us more." And then it'd be the next thing. It'd be like, let's rinse this franchise until it's got nothing left to offer, and then move on to the next. We've had remakes of things like Roadhouse. We've had remakes of everything, reboots, remakes. And all these people slapping each other in the back and saying how good they are. And and what big fans of the franchises they are. They're not fans of the franchise. They're just basically sucking up to whoever owns the franchise, like, and people like Ridley and this Feddy and this tractor man and Ellie Fanning, and it's just like, it makes me sick. It really does. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. It doesn't really matter, just some of our beloved franchises and films are being watered down and remixed and rebooted and CGI'd, and it's just like bollocks. Just watch the originals. Not interested in this one. Won't be going to the cinema to see it. No way. Won't be going to IMAX. I've done my bit. I watched that Minecraft in 3D, and that was a load of mediocre tut. I won't be watching more mediocre tut in November. I'm not excited. And sorry if you are. Sorry if you think I'm a killjoy. But that's my honest thoughts. I think I'm watching a video from Playtendo Pete a while ago, and he was saying most things are just okay. And we see these things. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. We for the money that's spent on these things, and especially things that like this, they could be done so much better. I mean, with Predator, we've had the first two were decent, and then it just got progressively worse and worse. And I just think, how many times do they have to mess up before they finally say, no, enough's enough, let's just leave it alone. We can't recreate the lightning in a bottle, whatever you want to call it, of the originals. Let's stop trying to fool people. Let's stop all this shilling. There's so many channels on YouTube that are shilling, and grown men older than me clapping their hands and going, oh, can't wait for this, and people saying, oh well, you've got to add in these different little elements to bring it forward. Let's not just do the rinse and repeat of the old days. The old days, there was nothing wrong with the old days. They had practical effects, they had good stories, good actors, and believable story. Well, I wouldn't say believable. I mean, bloody Predator coming down and hunting men for sport. But, that is more believable than this fantastical, massive, bloody CGI'd. Like, CGI does not read. You watch it and you do not believe it. You believe the practical. You do not. CGI just does nothing for me. It doesn't matter if it's Transformers, doesn't matter if it's Star Wars, doesn't matter if it's Alien, Predator, Marvel. All these things are nonsense. I mean, I watched something recently. Was it Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield? I thought I'd give that another go, and I quite enjoyed it. But even in that, the CGI parts of Spidey swinging and flying around, it's just not very believable, not very good. So it sort of takes you out of it. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I'm sorry, it's negative. I want to try and be a bit more positive and see the good points in things, but I honestly don't see any in this. I don't see any reason to be excited for November. I mean, we're in April now, May, June, July, August, October. 6 months of hype. Fuck off. Don't be giving me a teaser 6 months in advance and having people talk about this for 6 months to build up some sort of hype train so people can't wait and they have to go to the cinema and have to pay extra to see it in IMAX, and then only to sit there and go, well, I saw it first and I thought it was great. I thought it was okay, but it could have been better. Yes, I thought Dan Trachtenberg done a really good job, and it's really sympathetic characters. And the young Yautja, oh fuck off!